My name is Pat Dunn-Walker, and I'm a visual artist, and I specialize in acrylic and mixed media painting. At the beginning of a piece, when you've got the empty canvas, it's really great to get in there and just let things happen before you get too invested in it. You can't mess it up. I'm just gonna let it rip. When we were growing up, we didn't sit in front of a screen of any sort, except maybe at the end of the day when the television actually worked. I really like to draw. You know, I used it to process whatever was going on during the day. Crayons were always available, and I would just sit there at the dining room table and color or whatever. When I was about 8 years old, they kind of noticed that I was pretty good at it. My mother said, oh, that's a good telephone you drew or something. And they decided, oh, you know, maybe Patty'd like some art lessons. It was kind of a very strong part of my identity to be an artist. That's who I was. I think back then people thought more about getting a job, what would be an employable education. And my mother said, you know, graphic design might be a good fit for you. I started doing more fine art, and I eventually got into that because I think I have more strengths in fine art than I do in design, although I don't know, they sort of overlap. I've done a variety of subjects. I started out painting landscapes, and I've also done abstracts. When I was in graphic design, I looked through type books, and then sometimes when I use type, I've turned it the way you don't read it, and then when people try to hang up my work, they turn it the wrong way because they're trying to read it. I'm inspired by kiosks that I've found on college campuses, and then they just glue right on top of that, and so you get layers and layers. I have lots of paintings around my house. Sometimes there's a couple of them that I like to keep adding to. I always find a way of putting recycled or printed material in my work, and it would be hard for me to imagine making some artwork without incorporating some pieces of type or thread or, you know, a variety of different type of recycled materials. I like to do different things with the paint, you know, use water, use vigorous brush strokes. I don't want to use it as a tool to make something look like it's a real or something. I want to exploit the paint, and I love the textures. I don't feel like there are enough representations of female figures in artwork. I just wanted to explore that for myself, to think about some of the female heroes in my life and maybe explore some of the women that I admire. I do get inspired by working out here. I enjoy the leaves, the birds, the sounds of the wind, the sun. It's invigorating to be outside when it's possible. It's off to a good start, but it's not done by any means yet.